What is the automation piece of the drip marketing automation? What triggers are going to fire? What forms are going to be figured out? What pages are going to be visited? What webinars are going to be attended? And if that person signs up for the webinar and doesn't attend, what happens? Hey, what's up? This is Jason Drone. Today we're going to talk about drip marketing automation. So this is going to date me a little bit, but back when I first got into internet marketing, so this is 14 years ago, I remember listening to a tape, maybe a CD, but an audio program, a tape, from this guy named Evan Pagan and Frank Kern. And they were talking about the miracle of email marketing in building your email list and this thing called an autoresponder. So this autoresponder, basically, somebody, would go to a landing page, they'd fill in an opt-in form, for a lead magnet or a freebie of some kind, a bribe. And this autoresponder would send them email after email after email after email. Day one, it was sent an email. Day two, it was sent an email. Day three, it was sent an email. So that was this autoresponder. And the big company back then was a company called Aweber. And they're still around. They're still actually great software. They're also in Pennsylvania here. But Aweber created this autoresponder so that an assistant or you or whoever wouldn't have to actually email your list every single day based on when somebody signed up. So day one, and the email goes out. Day two, the email goes out. Day three, the email goes out. So everybody's happy and everybody's being marketed to automatically. That's the beauty and the magic of technology. Now fast forward to today, and that autoresponder has since been renamed a drip email sequence or drip marketing. So drip marketing is when, same thing as an autoresponder. Email one goes out and then email two drips out the next day. Email three drips out the next day. Email four drips out the next day. Your membership content is dripped out week after week after week. So this drip is now basically what the terminology, is calling automation or autoresponders. Now, when we get to drip marketing automation, really, the automation piece is just adds another layer on top of it. So the automation piece adds a trigger. So now you have this email, this drip marketing sequence that is set to go out. Email 1, 2, 3, 4 is set to go out. Now the automation piece adds in a trigger, and the trigger might be a tag is added to a contact record. This person visited a landing page. This form was filled out. This webinar was attended. This survey result was submitted. So there's lots of triggers that will fire that drip marketing automation. And that's where the magic all comes together. So it's the trigger. So like when we build sales funnels for our clients, we will go in and we will set up a bunch of drip marketing already because we already know how people are going to be moving through the sales funnel. So some of the biggest, the most common examples are we will set up a lead magnet fulfillment sequence. So when somebody downloads a lead magnet, then they go into this fulfillment sequence. And the fulfillment sequence drips out day one, drips out the link, the download link, that they can get the report. And day two, maybe it drips out the social media profiles for our client. And day three, what we're trying to do is we're trying to bond them. This is called an indoctrination sequence. So day two might be social media profiles. Day three, hey, this is what we do. Day four might be the about page. Day five is, this is why we do what we do. So it's basically telling the story of our client. Another example of a drip marketing automation campaign that we put together for our clients would be like a webinar promo campaign. So it's a 4 email sequence that promotes a webinar, or a webinar replay sequence, which is a 6 email sequence that we use to promote the webinar replay, or a strategy session promo sequence. So these we already have all loaded up inside whatever CRM our client is going to be using, because we know that these emails are going to be used. We're going to be driving paid traffic to a sales funnel. Now we have to figure out what triggers. What is the automation piece of the drip marketing automation? What triggers are going to fire? What forms are going to be figured out? What pages are going to be visited? What webinars are going to be attended? And if that person signs up for the webinar and doesn't attend, what happens? All of those triggers then put people in different drip marketing campaigns. So it layers all of that complexity in on top of itself. So that's some great drip marketing examples, ways that you can engage your folks through your sales funnel. Another thing is an affiliate sequence. So finding 3 or 4 or 5 or 8 affiliate products in your space that you can promote and get paid commission. Another drip marketing example would be looking at all of your blog posts over the last, 6 months, and then taking your best ones, putting it all together into an autoresponder, and then letting your prospects go through it on autopilot, so that they're bonding with you and engaging with your company without you actually having to do something. Now, in terms of drip marketing software, there are so many examples, so many different ones to use. My absolute favorite are Axis One, Infusionsoft, Ontraport, and ActiveCampaign. We have clients using all of them. Infusionsoft, a little bit bulky. It's Keep now, but like I said, I've been doing this a long time, so it's like it will always be Infusionsoft to me. Ontraport is one that we use personally for our stuff. We use Axis One personally for our stuff, and then we also use ActiveCampaign for a bunch of clients. ActiveCampaign, brilliantly awesome drip marketing automation software. However, it doesn't let you do much from a sales pipeline standpoint. It doesn't let you do much from an API tie-in standpoint. So it's one of the reasons why we kind of choose the other 3, unless our client is just looking for drip marketing automation. That's it. So one of the things we get asked is, what is a good open rate in an email marketing drip campaign? It's an interesting question, because when somebody is brand new to you, your open rate is going to be high. So, if somebody signs up for a lead magnet, then that first email that they're going to get is going to be an open rate of 50, 60, 70%, even if it's not double opt-in. Then from there, it's going to go down. It might go down to 20%, 30% for the next couple emails. Once you get to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks out, then your open rate is going to be probably between 16 and 20%, unless they purchased something. So if it's actually a buyer's list, then your open rate is going to be high for a really, really long time, because these are buyers. And as long as you didn't sell them some shit product, then they are going to love you for a while, especially because you're emailing them. So that is one of the biggest reasons why your buyer's list is... It's the metric is it's 16 times more profitable than your prospect list, and that is why. So if you are looking for drip marketing automation software, then check out axis1.io. And if you would like to talk about setting up marketing automation for your business, setting up your products, setting up services, and figuring out how best to use drip marketing automation for you or for your clients even, then go to doneforyou.com/start, fill out the form, and book an action plan call with my team and I. And if you like this video, then awesome. Like it, share it, comment. If you're on LinkedIn, then send a connection request, and I will talk to you soon. All right, thanks. Bye.